So it's all to play for still.
I think so. Do you want to bet against us?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to For the Love of Paul McGrath podcast. Oh, from my car. Just on the way back from the farm with my young fella, and he fell asleep, so I can't leave the car without him. Oh, and that might be him waking up right now, but I can't leave the car with him asleep in the back. Anyway, hopefully, Una Emery doesn't have similar issues to what I have here, whereby people are asleep on the bus down to Southampton, and he can't leave them on the bus because. Sorry, I'm extremely distracted. Paddy's going to be on any minute anyway, so if I need to run away, Paddy will be able to take over duties. But this is a big game today, Aston Villa versus Southampton. And one, I think, obviously a lot of fans are expecting us to win, and hopefully we do win this game today. And we should have a team any minute now. Trying to see if I can get the team up here as well. Thanks to everybody for joining through. Sorry, I can't really see anybody's. See your comments there. Oh yeah, and my lad is after waking up in the back there. Yeah. So just while we're waiting for Paddy to jump on, I think the team today I think is going to be heavily rotated. I can't see Andrea or Amadou Nana not starting. I can't see Tyrone Mings not starting today. I can't see Andres Garcia not starting today. I think there will be heavy amount of rotation here. Ollie Watkins up top, and once the team is announced, I'm sure we will see a small bit more. Is there someone coming on there? Is that you, Paddy? You in there? There he is. That's Paddy jumping in there. So he should be with us. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm stuck here. I've got a young fella who's just after waking up in the back here with me. So we keep going anyway, because he might just drop off back to sleep. But anyway, as I was saying, hopefully we don't go to sleep today with Aston Villa.
Okay, I don't know if you're all losing Neil or what's happening there. I'll run through the team with you in case he hasn't done so already. It is as follows. Martinez in goal, Cash, Konza, Mings and Matson, Tielemans, Onana, Ramsey, Rogers, Asensio and Rashford. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know if Neil is still there or not. What we got on the bench? We got Olsen, Disasi, Torres, Digne, Garcia, Kamara, McGinn, Mallon and Watkins. I suppose the big talking point is that Mallon doesn't start, Rashford does, Watkins doesn't. So that will make you wonder what we're doing on Tuesday night. And I know all roads lead to Tuesday night, and we will reference it, I'm sure. But no, I suppose the Mallon one is a surprise, and probably the Cash one is a surprise. Does that mean Cash doesn't play Tuesday? Does that mean Rashford doesn't play Tuesday? We've Ollie Watkins in reserve, Mallon in reserve, McGinn, Kamara, all very important players. Luca Dean, Torres, and Disasi. So huge game. Interesting to see how we get on. I'm just going to remove Neil from that there and see if we can get him back in. Don't know if he's trying or what he's doing there. But yeah, Cat Cannon has done me a solid and put the team in there, so I'll throw it up on the screen for you. Run through it again. Martinez, Cash, Konza, Mings, Matson, Onana, Tielemans, Rogers, Asensio, Ramsey and Rashford. So I think it speaks for itself. You got Onana and Matson and Cash at a full back, Konza and Mings a centre half. Then you've got Onana and Tielemans sitting, Rogers, Asensio and Ramsey behind Rashford. I suppose the one glaring one that's missing is there's no Barkley on the bench. So I hope he hasn't had some kind of setback in his recovery, because we all want to see a full complement of players. But look, we have McGinn and Kamara to come in and do that job. So we've no shortage of players at the moment, and I hope it stays that way. But very strong team. I'm hoping that we can go and get the 3 points and get everybody up to speed. I was power washing, would you believe? So that's why I'm a little bit late and a little bit flustered. But it was 2-2 when I last heard from Crystal Palace. Oh, it's 4-2. Okay, so I think we can forget about that one. They've gone on a goal scoring spree since going 2-0 down Man City. So we've got to stay in touch. We've got to get the 3 points on the board, and we've got a team that's way strong enough there to go and do that for us. Anything you wanted me to chat about or get some talking points in there, work away? As you can see, Neil is having a bit of trouble. So throw in any suggestions there. Rachel is saying get the job done. That's exactly it, Rachel. Just need to get this bloody job done and get over the line. David Dwyer says this is a bigger game than Tuesday until Tuesday. Yeah, I think we alluded to that last night in our preview that is the case. Every game from now on in is a cup final until we can no longer win the competition or get to where we need to be in the competition. So while there's still hope that we're going to get 5th place, we need to be winning all the games. And of all the ones left, today is the one that we should not be slipping up in. So fingers crossed. Connor says, delighted with the team. No Watkins is strange. Seems like Emery's gone off him. Be amazed if not looking at the lap in the future. Yeah, I think I mentioned that during the week. Me and Neil were chatting. The lap available at 30 million. I think there'll be a queue as long as the M6 to sign him up. Melty Short says exactly this. So hard to focus on this one with the game on Tuesday, but hopefully the players are switched on. I refuse to think that Unai Emery had let them out any other way. Ned22 says, when the Tielemans and Rodgers get a break? Talking to the wrong man, because I would have played football more than noon and night when I could. So if they feel fit enough and strong enough to go and do it, I'd be absolutely fine with them in that situation. What have we missed there? So Hampton side, is Archer playing? Let me run through that for you. We should give them the respect that they due and go to it. That's when we're normally good at doing that. What's their Twitter? Saints, is it? Saints FC? Should I know that? No. I can't find it. We'll put it in properly. Talk amongst yourselves there. Southampton FC on Twitter. Their team is Ramsdale, Walker Peters, Howard Bellis, Bednarak, Stevens, Manning, Ugochukwu, Fernandez, Kamaldeen, Onuachu, and Cameron Archer. So that answers that question for you, Peter M. On the bench, McCarthy, Sugawara, once of our parish, James Bree, Wood, Smallbone, Aribo, Dibbling, Stewart, and Robinson. Taking Tyler Dibbling out of there, I suppose, is a plus for us. Couldn't tell you too much about that attack in midfield. It's definitely a back five with Walker Peters on the right, Manning on the left, Howard Bellis, Bednarak, and Stevens in the middle. And someone would have to help me out with those four, because I'm not sure. Ugochukwu, Fernandez, Kamaldeen, and Unachu, probably behind Archer, I would imagine. Yeah, as Matty Hawkins say, today's a banana skin. It could be a banana skin. Very much so, it could be a banana skin. What else have we got? Archer will definitely score, won't he? I don't care if he does, as long as we're going to win the game. So he says we need to up the goal difference. I don't think we're going to recover that at this stage. So I think just winning the game is more important for me. Elizabeth Farrell says, good, strong team. We need this today. Come on, boys. Yeah, big performance needed from everybody. Alberto wanted to see Marlon, Garcia and Watkins. I think we all thought that was going to be the situation. John Doran wants to know, is Ollie a sheer sacrifice for PSR? Who knows, John? We'll discuss all that at another day. Today is not the day for it, I suppose. He also says, give Tielemans a break. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not going to argue with you there. I would have given him a break today. David says, Marlon starting today is my only gripe. Yeah, probably. I'd love to know what happened with Ross Barkley, but he's not in the squad at all. Melty Short says, 4 former Villa players in the squad by my account. Who am I missing? James Bree, Bednarak. After that, I'm struggling. Anyway. Techno Obliterator says, can people stop speculating about Watkins while he's still nurturing an injury? How long has he got to nurture this injury?
Well, that's right.
Matches. What?
He's doing nurturing injury until he's not injured.
But he's playing and starting matches and been named on the team sheet, so he can't be injured.
Started a match. Hasn't started a match since he's been injured. That I'm aware of, anyway. But still, yeah, like players can play through injuries. Like,
did he not play last Saturday?
Did he start last Saturday?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Maybe he did. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, well, like players can play through injuries. Like, especially at this time of season, I'd be surprised if there weren't at least 6 of those players in the team playing through injury. That's what I mean. Like, not just singling out for Watkins. Like, but I just think it's. I will say one thing though. I think a lot. It's very lazy in the media part and all that kind of stuff to say, "Oh, Arsenal turned his head." If he wanted to go to Arsenal, he would have gone in January. You know.
I don't think he would. I think Unai would have put his head down there and went, "You're not moving," which any decent, self-respecting manager would as you're going into the business end of the season. So we needed him. We need him to be part of the squad. So he's there. He's still our player. So he's got to do a job for us when we call on him. But we're speculating that he's going to play on Tuesday night as opposed to going out the door. At the moment, whether he goes out the door at the end of the season is a story for another day. And as some people are saying, maybe it's a sign that he plays on Tuesday. I'm trying not to focus on Tuesday because this game is so bloody big. It really is so big. What do you think of the decision to start with Rashford again, Neil?
I think he's obviously playing a game plan. I think, look, when somebody comes in, he's been paid. If you believe the rumor that Rashford's on 400 grand a week, that it's difficult to have that sitting on the bench. But also, Rashford's a bloody brilliant player, So I've no problem with him. It's a good problem to have somebody like Rashford there and starting him up top. Like personally, I would start him from the left, and I think Unai wants to do that, and I think he wants to start it from the left with Watkins up top at some stage and get that going again. Like he made reference to it that Rashford isn't 100% playing from the left or 100% playing as a striker, but he sees his best position as being from the left or something to that effect. He said that in his match notes, I think. So I think that look, hey, it's a great problem to have. Great problem to have, isn't it? Isn't it an awful lot better than wondering, if we can play maybe Malin up top or start playing a false 9? It's a great problem to have, having Rashford up top. I see no problem with it, and I see probably the reason he wants to this to me shows the hand that the Premier League has taken a serious level of importance for him, which I would have always expected it to be the case. Like, this is no mugs team that's gone out here today. Like, this is a very, very, very strong team. My fantasy football team is taking a hit because Malin didn't start, and I thought he would. But I'll push that one to one side. But having Rashford up top, I think, is only a massive positive.
The Malin one is a strange one, knowing that he can't play on Tuesday. To put fresh legs in there, he didn't play obviously this week either. So That one I find a little bit strange, but I've no gripe with any of the decisions. I think we both called the back four exactly the way it was last night when we discussed it.
I said Garcia being. I said Garcia.
We said Garcia. Sorry, right. We both said Garcia. Yeah, but look, we as we said right at the end of it, you don't second guess what this man is going to do. He's capable of throwing the curveball in there, and look, it's not a curveball. It's a bloody strong team, and a team that's well capable of going to get 3 points today, and just get the job done no matter what.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. There could be a lot of thinking in this that you don't want the team to have to where do you stand in that, Paddy? Do you stand on play your best players, go out and have the game won and take players off, or start with a rotated team, and if you're in trouble, bring players on? Where do you stand on that? Because I know there's two trains of thought in that one.
Well, where I stand on it doesn't really matter, because the whole sports science department now has changed everything with managing minutes, and the whole of sports science changes depending on what players you have at your availability. So they would make recommendations to the management team of what they envisage a player should play over the period of 10 days. And look, they've gone to start with Rashford again, which would lead you to believe that he's thinking about starting Ollie on Tuesday night. We called the change with Luca Dean, because I believe he'll start on Tuesday night as well. Tielemans is a strange one, and Rodgers, that they're not getting a rest of any sort. I think Tielemans is near enough ever present in our starting lineup. So the whole sports science thing, which obviously I never studied because it came long after my time of doing any study in any college. So it's a minefield. But we go back to the days under Dean Smith when we were managing minutes of players and we were getting frustrated. This is just a new way of doing things. It was just spoken about a whole lot more under Dean Smith than it is under Unai Emery.
And also, players, go back even 10, 15 years ago. Players weren't as fit as they are now. Actual physical fitness, and not even from the sports science department. Players are well able to play 3 games in a week now. Before they weren't. Before, even you go back to you couldn't imagine Grant Hall playing 3 games a week. You couldn't imagine, and that's not a million years ago. So I'm saying nowadays players, even in the championship, are playing 3 games a week. 3 games in 7 days. A lot of the time. So I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's this new phenomenon anymore. I think the game has moved on with it, and it's become commonplace within the game. So seeing players play more games, yes, we're seeing probably more injuries from it, more soft tissue injuries and stuff like that. But it's nearly more common than it isn't now for players to play 3 games in a week. I've nothing to back that up other than a hunch though. Considering it's been done in the championship and it's been done in the lower leagues as well. But yeah, look, we may very well see. I'm just getting on that.
Training days as well. There's recovery days and there's classroom days going on at the moment, as opposed to all out training and running and all that kind of stuff. Obviously there is training, but it's not to the extent that it was 3 weeks ago when they're coming back from international duty. So I wouldn't be too worried. I wouldn't be too worried about their load.
Yeah.
Anything there? Greg says every team changed their manager so far this season against us. Didn't lose, I think. West Ham, Everton, and now Southampton. We haven't played Southampton yet. Give it a break, would you? Don't be upsetting us. Don't know if you're gone. Are you gone, Neil? Looks like Neil is gone. Get your predictions in there and we'll go through them, and hopefully we'll get Neil back on in a more stable environment after the full-time whistle. Lily is going for 4-0. Wouldn't that be excellent, Lily? As is Soy is going for 4-0 as well. Tombo Jones is going 1-3, which would be 3-1 Villa. Yeah, I get you. Toy Doyle is going 4-1 Villa. Fange is going 5-0. Matty Hawkins is going 3-0. Greg is going 4-1. Oz German's going 3-1. Michael Richards is going 2-0. Neil, did I tell you we met Michael Richards? You were with me, were you?
I think I did. That wasn't it?
And his name is not Micah, funnily enough. It's Matt, isn't it?
We met him in the Aston Social. Yeah.
We did. John Steele is going 4-0. Carl Simpson is going 3-0. Black Country Villain is going 2-1 Villa. Liz is going 3-0 Villa. C Lion Eye is going 3-0 Villa. Jared Dunleavy is going 3-1. Buzz the Duck, you have to say that very carefully, is 5-1. Matt is going for Ollie to break the record today. I think we'd all be happy with that, but it's going to be more difficult coming off the bench to do it. Rachel is going 3-1 Villa. Dr. Twiz is going 5-0 Villa. Gareth McDonough is going 2-0. Captain Nugent is going 4-0. Mr. Ponge is going 4-1. David Dwyer is going 3-0. Paul Miller is going 4-0. Spud is surprised that Malin didn't start. Yeah, we all are. 4-0 is Richie Ryan. Jamie Toohey is going 2-0. Peter is going 2-0. Steve Berry is going 6-0. Micah says, yeah, met you top folks. Funny because where I met him, we were actually standing at a urinal and I couldn't shake his hand. So one of those awkward moments. Techno Obliterator's going 3-0. What have we got? Steve Berry is going 6-0. John Doran is going 4-0. Luca is going 2-1. Matt's going 4-0. Tombo Jones is going 47-2. Debbie is going 4-0 Villa. Bertie is going 6-0. PD is going 3-1. Gaz is going 6-5. Hope that's the Villa. English with Peter Parks is going 5-3. I'm not sure I could cope with that today now, so I'm hoping that's not the case. And Gaz wants to know what did he shake. So I'll just stop those comments there, and we'll move on. And I'm going to go
just in case, because I'm going to have to go again in the moment, Paddy. I'm going for a 3-0 win, and I'm also just want to tell people join us again for the post-match podcast. We're going to be giving away a NordVPN subscription to somebody who watches the post-match podcast as well. So just because I know I'm going to get knocked off here now in a moment, and plus my dog is going nuts in the background, in case you can't hear it. So I'm going to jump off. Sorry about being so unstable. I'll be back in the podcast boudoir for the post-match after. And we'll see you later.
Have a good one. We're going to leave it at this. John is going just 3 points, please. That's all we want today. I think that will make everybody happy. Matt or Micah is going to hit the like button. All 700 or 800 of you that have been there, please do hit the like button. We'd much appreciate it. And we'll see you all again after the 3 points, hopefully, on the board. But have a good one. Hopefully 3 points for Villa, and all that's left to say is